In his over 45-year career as a track and field coach, the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo delivered the ultimate prize. Fitz Coleman is coach to the Olympian and gold medalist, the 110-meter hurdler, Hansel Parchment. Coach Coleman joins us now via Zoom. Morning, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome to have you, sir, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
I mean, we're seeing it now as, yes, the Olympic medal, but Coach, it's been such a journey for you with so many athletes. You know, walk me through, as a coach, what is it like preparing an athlete for the Olympics, first of all? How do you identify the talent to say this athlete can go to the Olympics and go all the way?
It is what you would say, intuition, and you know, from the training that you get, you have what we call that eye, that you can identify talent and work with them, whether it's short term or long term. Right. And it depends on how you perceive the talent that you have with whom you're working.
You've coached athletes who've won bronze at the Olympics, silver at the World Championships. When Usain was at the junior level, you coached as well. We're seeing coming out of the Olympics athletes more and more speaking about how difficult it is for them emotionally, even more so if they don't win. What is the experience like for you as a coach, knowing that, you know, this is an athlete that you have to say to them, you can do it, and then it doesn't happen? What is that like for you?
I mean, you never take the human element out of anything, that once you're dealing with each other. So the emotion runs just the same. You know, you wonder, you sit. Well, in my case, and I'm sure when I speak, I possibly speak for quite a few coaches, most coaches. You go back and you reassess how you have done things, and if things were done in a manner that you could have eked out the best of the person, or you look at it and you don't just look at self, but you look at the total package, that individual with whom you're working, yourself, and the first thing you do is assess or evaluate yourself. Both what you're doing, what you're planning to do, and all of these things. You think about those things before you start looking elsewhere. You have to look at self first.
You've been coaching for 45 years, Coach. That's
long time.
Long time. And often when I hear people talk about Jamaica and they say, oh, we're the sprint factory, how come Jamaican athletes are so great? And I say, because we have great coaches. Because we have great coaches. Do you often think about that? That 45 years I've invested time, energy into making this Jamaican athletic legacy what it really is?
Actually, when you introduced me just now, I broke a couple beads of sweat because I said 45 years, really. Whilst you're at it, you don't think about it like that. You just keep going, and sometimes you get a little reality check. You know, you will see an athlete, that a former athlete that you work with, who is now a parent, and then you realize where these years went, where did they go? You know, but it is, how can I put it? You're doing something that you love.
Yes.
Right? You're doing something that you love, and you get that kind of satisfaction. So times will go by and you don't even notice, because you're really into something that you really love, you appreciate, you want to do.
A picture just came up of you, and here we go again, of you competing as an athlete. Here you are with a trophy. Yes. Sports Day at Calabar.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Was this always your dream, coach? When I talk to athletes, they say this is what I've always wanted to do, wanted to become. Did you always want to transition from athletics into coaching? How did that happen?
No, no. It was not my dream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I wanted to teach.
Okay.
I wanted to teach. That was what I wanted to do. That was on my mind, and I actually realized that,
Mm-hmm.
but I then um, changed course. Eventually, got into a bit of sports management, and from there, coupled with the coaching, I got involved with coaching. So it was not like I set out to do it. In fact, I'll tell you how it all started. It started right at Calabar.
Okay.
I was teaching at Calabar, and the great Herb McKinley,
Mm.
who was my coach
Mm.
at school as well, he was coaching the team, and I remember KC won boys champs, and they won all the hurdles events at champs, all the hurdles events. And I said, KC is a boys' school, Calabar is a boys' school, and they're doing this. Why can't we? And I went to the woodwork department and asked them to make some hurdles. And we made 40 hurdles. And that's the genesis of it. I started working on the hurdles and decided that we're going to put a plug into this and stop this KC dominance. And that's how it started, actually. It was never by design that I said I was going to do it.
Casey made you do it.
No, I did it for Calabar.
I know, and you say her McKinley, and McKinley is one of the most strategic men I personally met as a coach, and the way he approaches the championships and winning. And when we look at an athlete like Hansel Parchment, and he said it coming out of injury, when does the athlete and the coach's dream become parallel? When does the coach say this dream may not happen and have to pull them back? Because Hansel's injury easily, I mean, if you're a different type of coach, you could have said, Hansel, it's never going to happen. But he sounded determined, and he said you had faith in him. What drives that? Does the athlete's dream and the coach's dream have to continue together for it to happen?
There are times when you're going to be in sync, and there are times when you're going to be like antagonists.
Okay. Okay.
And in both cases, they will help you to stay driven.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I tell you, it's also the mind, because in all fairness to Hansel, honestly, in January, he told me 3 times that he was going to win the gold medal.
Wow. So
it is something that he had in his mind, and he never let go.
Wow.
He never let go, And of course, you have to have the wherewithal. You have to have that drive. You have to be driven. You have to have talent and all of that to get there, And he wanted it. And I think that helped as well.
Mm-hmm.
It is. There are times, of course, when we will part course. I will want to do something else, and discussion comes up, and you will. It's a working relationship. So there are times when we're going to have disagreements.
Yes.
But the good thing is you will have them, but the next page you're right back on the track, and you're doing whatever is asked or need to be done.
Well, Coach Coleman, 45 years of great work and dedication to our athletics. And I tell you something, our athletes are amazing, but our coaches are outstanding. And I think we've been blessed to have some of the greatest coaches in the world, and you are among them. It's really an honor to speak with you this morning, and thank you for all that you do.
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Fitz Coleman, coach to the Olympian and gold medalist 110-meter hurdler, Hansel Parchment. Remembering and honoring our third world girl, the late Jean Binta